Over the last nearly 30 years, we've gone in Raw 1,500 times. Can you believe it? We started going in Raw for an hour a week. And that's fine, leads to some chafing, but you know what? If you got the right stamina, and you start young enough, and you get the things going, you get the juices flowing, and you keep going in Raw, you can keep on doing it. Then we went to 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours is a bit wobbly. It's really expensive to go in Raw for 2 goddamn hours. But we kept doing it week after week after week. And then for nearly the last decade, we've gone in Raw for 3 straight hours. And let me tell you right now, going in Raw week after week after week for 3 straight hours, you got to have the stamina of Veer, who is still coming. He's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and we're all going to keep coming for 1,500 more episodes in nearly 30 years. Man, our proverbial dicks are just going to fall off. Twats are just going to dry up. It's going to be a goddamn fucking nightmare going in Raw repeatedly. Boy, this was gross. I'm John Renton with my review of WWE Raw. Yes, the 1,500th episode. Not that you would know, because WWE offered no hype for this. They hyped the hell out of the 900th episode of SmackDown and various other milestone episodes, but you would think, considering we are coming up on the near 30-year anniversary of Raw, I mean, that'll be January 11th of next year. It's hard to believe that it's been 1,500 episodes, and let me tell you, this was certainly one of them. Let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments, please. But we are just about 6 weeks away from WWE WrestleMania 38, the most stupendous 2-night WrestleMania in WWE history. 2-night event, 2-night WrestleMania, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And if you're not sick of the word stupendous, well, if you're not sick of it after watching WWE programming, you're going to be sick of it after these reviews, because I'm going to keep saying stupendous. It's going to be stupendously stupendous, stupefyingly stupendous, and a whole bunch of other words I'm likely going to butcher. So this is coming off of Elimination Chamber, where WWE continues to influence the world. They're in Columbia, South Carolina. Okay, Crockett Stronghold. Some rich history here. We did get quite a few rematches. I can only imagine how the creative pitch went for this. Creatives like saying, hey, Vince, we've got the 1,500th episode of Raw. What do we do? I know what we'll do. We'll have Brock go out in a really dumb sweater and a big cowboy hat. I'm paying him $12 million, so somebody go buy him a sweater. Vince, he can afford his own sweater. He can afford to skin people and make his own sweater. It's a great idea. Let's make a sweater out of human skin. Vince, USA Network won't allow us to do that. We told you this. Okay, just go out there in a cowboy hat, Brock. Can do. And let's just have a bunch of rematches. Let's have some rematches, and let's have Bianca lift up Doo-Doo. That's her name. Ha ha! I'm a genius, damn it. So yeah, I can only imagine that the creative pitches for this particular show didn't go all that well, because this was a show where there was a lot of energy to at least some of the segments. I will give the crowd credit for adding a lot more to this show than it deserved, and there was effort there. But boy, they are really bound and determined to not only make WrestleMania the most stupendous 2-night WrestleMania in WWE history, but they are really going to make it difficult for a lot of fans to want to tune in for anything except maybe the main events. Because they are layering this card underneath with a bunch of fucking bullshit. So yeah, Elimination Chamber fallout, and we are on the chode to WrestleMania. WWE does continue to influence the world. Thank God everybody got back safely. Nobody lost any limbs, because none of them were journalists that spoke out against the government. No, I'm not going to stop saying that, and I don't really fucking care if people didn't like it in the Elimination Chamber review. Gonna say it here. Hi. So, Brock comes out in a sweater and seems all happy and everything. He's in that big cowboy hat. Man, he is just having fun. Of course, $12 million a year reportedly will do that. And he's just having fun. He really is having a blast. Heyman shows up, and Bork joins the you suck chants, which was kind of funny. But Heyman says, well, you're the WWE champion, but there's a roadblock. End of the line. On March 5th in Madison Square Garden, which, unless WWE decides to suddenly put it on the cock, it's going to be a house show that everybody's just going to have to tune in on social media for. They're just going to have to tune in for the results. Because apparently he's supposed to defend the WWE Championship against Bobby Lashley. Okay, Lashley has not passed concussion protocol yet. Lashley's having shoulder surgery. He's not going to be in the match. My guess, hey, watch them bring Cody Rhodes in. Watch them have Cody Rhodes come in and beat Bork, and then we get Cody versus Reigns versus Brock. Imagine they did that. Imagine how crazy that would be. I don't know who the hell else it would be. I really don't know who else it would be besides Lashley. Maybe it'll be the Usos, and then he'll just beat the Usos in about 2 minutes. Cody no, I'm kidding. Bork will. He says, well, we're in Hershey, Pennsylvania on Friday, and I'm going to be there. So at least they accomplished something good here. Heyman was, trying to bow up, but of course he was way far away from Bork, so that's why he was doing that, and Bork was just having fun. Steve Patrick talks to Rollins and Owens, and they say, we've beaten RK Bro recently. We talked to Sonya and Pierce, who were not on the show, by the way, unless I was out of the room when they appeared for about 5 seconds. They said, we beat RK Bro recently, and we're going to face off against them in the main event, and if we beat them, we get added to the Tag Team Championship match in 2 weeks. Okay. So, Owens knocks Dallas, Texas again. It's almost a given that Stone Cold Steve Austin's music is going to hit, the glass is going to shatter, and Owens is going to lose. He's going to take the fall there. Then he's going to blame Austin, and we're going to build that to WrestleMania, because they backed up the Brinks truck and decided, here, Austin, here's $5 million. Get back in the ring, please. We haven't been able to build any goddamn stars because Vince is a fucking idiot. And no, keep him back there. Steve, you think you can still do the stunner? You think you could do the thing that you did to me at St. Valentine's Day Massacre? Vince, you shouldn't have even done that at your age. Get back in the car. Could only imagine Vince being the crazy old man in the back of the limo. So they run down the card and everything. The card we'll see tonight, as opposed to the card we were going to see last week or the card we're going to see in 5 months. Gable and Majin Buu took on the Meryl Streep Profits. I can't help but see Otis as a thumb soldier from Spy Kids, and now neither can you. The match, same as it ever was, and as the days go by, the match is fun. There was some good action. I did like the Doomsday Blockbuster. It's a nice move by the Meryl Streep Profits, but of course we get an attempt to slam Majin Buu, but no, Montez can't. And they try to do the Rick Rude Ultimate Warrior thing from Mania 5, when all 3 men were still alive, except fuck the Ultimate Warrior, I'm glad he's dead. They tried to do that, but it wasn't necessary because Majin Buu is so big, he just pinned Ford. And then we get Ciampa saying that he feels no pressure, but it's not pushing down on him. It's not pushing down on someone else. Here's Balor, he's back. Okay, terrible song, but Balor is back. He's going to team up with Ciampa because they've gone to war together and now they're unlikely tag partners. Taking on Dolphin Root. By the way, get vaccinated if you haven't already, you science-denying freaks. So, Balor and Ciampa took on Dolphin Root. This match was so goddamn red that Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds decided to do another rendition of Red Right Hand. And now that scene from Scream is in your head. Which scene from Scream? I'm going to let you decide in the comments if you want. So Ciampa, it's funny, he's the youngest guy in this match, yet he has the most narrow-minded views. If you know, you know. He really is the youngest guy in this match, though. And Ciampa ends up rolling up Roode at one point, 1, 2, 3, because Ciampa and Ziggler are going to face off on NXT 2.0, and the winner faces Rex Steiner. Obviously, it's going to be Ziggler, because we need that young upstart to get a tag or a title shot, but it makes sense. You got to give Rex Steiner more wins. The most stupendous 2-night WrestleMania in WWE history. We get a rundown of that. Miz TV, who's his mystery partner? He drops a whole bunch of hints. He's dashing a whole bunch of this, and they're dropping the hints about Cody Rhodes. Even WWE put about, I think they put up about 1,500 references to Cody Rhodes here. And Ray interrupts and basically knocks him and everything. Dominic should never cut promos again. Stop. Stop. Don't do this shit anymore. Hey, who's your tag partner, Miz? Is it a returning John Morrison? No, it's not a returning John Morrison. He got released. Is it somebody good? Could we bring Alex Riley back? No, we're not bringing Alex Riley back. Probably smart, because I don't is Alex Riley even wrestling anymore? Can we bring somebody in through the Forbidden Door? Somebody from Impact, perhaps? I mean, they could bring somebody from Impact, not named Moose or TJP, and if TJP is even still on Impact, they could bring somebody good. They brought Logan fucking Paul in. You know, the guy that filmed the dead body in the Japanese forest a number of years ago. And no, I'm not going to forget about that. I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to forget about that. People say, oh, everybody does dumb stuff when they're young. Okay, yeah, we all do dumb stuff when we're young. Some say racial slurs that they don't realize have a lot of impact, and they got to atone for it. Some decide to, just say hurtful things to people and not realize that words can hurt or whatever. Or some people will just do something. They'll do an action they won't mean to. They'll end up getting in a fight that they felt bad about or something. In retrospect, they'll do something stupid. You film a dead body in that Japanese forest, and you know the forest I'm talking about. No, that's not doing something dumb because you're young. That's doing something and lacking compassion. Him, Jake Paul, all the Pauls, the entire Paul family deserves to basically just, that family tree deserves to be like burned like, a goddamn Brazilian rainforest. And the Brazilian rainforest doesn't deserve to be burned, but the Logan Paul family tree, the Paul family tree, needs to have no branches. It needs to be burned to the freaking ground, chopped down and everything, because it's embarrassing that these people are allowed to earn any kind of money. And I don't care if you're a Paul fan, whatever. Logan, Jake, I don't care. I don't fucking care. You film a dead body like that, you deserve to be bullied, ridiculed, to the point that maybe you just go away. And maybe he could go back to that force, except no, that's unfair, because the people that were in that force actually contributed positively to society. Logan Paul never has. And he never will. And the fact that they are saddling, and I'm not the biggest Miz fan, they're saddling Miz with this. They're wasting Ray's likely his last Mania appearance, maybe his second to last Mania appearance, because as well as he moves, he ain't getting any younger. And they're doing this. They're doing this bullshit. I'm not saying it should have been Cody. I'm not saying that. You could have done something better. They're already getting involved Knoxville versus with Zayn at Mania. They're already doing a bunch of other bullshit. They are bound, determined. They're trying to juice things up to sell tickets for the most stupendous two-night WrestleMania in WWE history. No. This is dumb. This is just really catastrophically dumb. I said the same things before when Logan Paul made his appearances. And unless this ends with him basically being carted out and maybe Homer Simpson style dumped off a goddamn cliff, I don't want to hear anything about Logan Paul, being beneficial to WWE. Oh, he's going to get buzz. Yeah, there's two sides of the buzz. People that think that filming a dead body in the Japanese forest is okay, and those of us that have a goddamn, lick of sense and have an attached brainstem. See, that's all I gotta fucking say. And if everybody doesn't, if fans aren't allowed to throw chairs and everything at Logan Paul to the point he doesn't have any shame anyway, because how could you if you filmed a dead body in a Japanese forest? This Mania is a wash. Because you have Bork and Roman, the Roman from the planet Roman. You have Ronda Rousey, who still refuses to pay trans no matter what. She won't pay trans to Dallas, and it's going to be difficult. Wonder if she'll deny any of the shots that took place in Dallas. She likes to deny, where shots took place. Doesn't she, you stupid bitch? Basically, she's facing Charlotte. Becky's facing Bianca. There's potential with a couple of the matches. And then they're doing this kind of stuff. That's embarrassing. And yeah, I said the Bad Bunny stuff is going to be embarrassing. I was proven wrong. There ain't no way Logan, body filming Paul is going to be good. There's no way Johnny Knoxville is going to be any good for WrestleMania. So yeah, Gable, he crunches the numbers. It's Gable math, not as good as Steiner math. And then Rhea, sweet Christ, Rhea, please throw me, step on me while Sonya berates me. Moving on from that. So Veer is still coming and coming and coming. Lol. Rhea took on Nikki Ash. Same as it ever was. And as the days go by, we get another rematch. And Riptide 1, 2, 3. Rhea tops another woman 1, 2, 3. And then Lashley is in concussion protocol for a concussion, of course, and anal bleeding. What? Wow. Taker Hall of Fame video package. And he's got that Dallas Thin Blue Line special all lined up for his Hall of Fame speech. Tremendous wrestling character, piece of shit outside the ring. And Damian is here, and we go to break. Damian Priest took on Shelton. Kyop. And he beat him pretty quickly. I don't know if this is a championship contenders match, but I wrote it down as such. Cedric interferes, doesn't matter. A rectamine from behind, 1, 2, 3. Remember when I thought the Shelton would actually be a WWE champion? No, you don't, because I didn't have a YouTube channel back then. That was also back when I was about 25. No, 24. About 2005 is about when I thought that maybe he could be. And then by 2006, they gave him his mama. And she slapped him and he nearly broke character, which was funny. So, Damian then cuts a promo. He wants everybody. He wants everybody to come at him and keep coming and coming and coming at him like Veer is still coming at him. He doesn't care who it is. Finn comes out and says, well, it sounds like you're talking about me. What's next for Finn Balor? It's apparently facing him. It's going to be an Irishman, taking on a priest or whatever to keep him coming and coming and coming next week. I think they're in Columbus. A lot of C's going on here. Columbia, South Carolina, of course, the Gamecock community. Shockingly, AJ was not on this show. Footage of a dirty blonde getting rolled up on camera. I usually have to go to a different kind of website to see that. It was also what Reggie did when Reggie topped Dana. And then Reggie comes out. Why is his theme so catchy? I don't get it. He explains himself and says, you know what, Dana? I value our friendship. I'm going to let you pin me because I care about you. And he keeps faking out. Oh, kicks out two. Then she kisses him and tops him 1, 2, 3. Happy Black History Month, everybody. And then more idiots come out. Tozawa and Tamina share a moment. Tamina's looking around like, where are the stairs? Like when my dad used them. And Truth was also there, and this is abysmal. Whoever came up with this 24/7 stuff deserves to be shot out of a cannon into the sun while their family watches. So this is... Where's this Dana-Reggie thing going? Like, where's it going and why do I care? So we get more E-Chamber recaps of the Women's Chamber, where Liv got beat around the goddamn chamber like she owed trans to somebody. Rules out Ronda Rousey, because she never pays trans. So Bianca comes out to talk about Mania 38 and puts over the women in the chamber and everything. We get whipping action in Columbia, South Carolina. And you thought that, as the years went by, we got away from that. So, man, I'll tell you right now, though, Becky got a pop, though. Man, Columbia's lynch mob country. Let's move hastily on from that. They had a good promo back and forth and everything. I don't know what's the deal with Becky's hair. Who am I to comment about somebody's hair? Her hair is out of control. But she does, of course, say, these people rooted for me. Of course, somebody with the last name of Lynch has to get a these people line directed at Bianca. 2003 Triple H takes his hat off to you. Assuming that he wore a hat. I don't even think he wore a hat on TV. At least not in 03. So they build this up and everything. And then the most stupendous two-night WrestleMania in WWE history. But a good promo battle. Good back and forth. Looking forward to it. Bianca took on Pepper Nevin. Nevin. So yeah, same as it ever was. Another rematch. I will say, though, the crowd did pop for this. Piper can work. The name is stupid. Not Piper. I'm sorry. It's just a dumb name, and I can't get over that. And yes, my pettiness and unwillingness to overlook certain things knows no bounds. And if WWE thinks that I won't overlook that, well, I could overlook it. I'm not going to, though. It's like the NXT 2.0 bullshit. I'm not going to overlook it, and I'm going to continue to be the type of petty fan that I've always been. So, Becky was on commentary. The crowd loved Bianca. There was a big powerbomb and then the huge KOD. That was impressive. 1, 2, 3. Big pop for that. Lynch was mad. Why does anybody want to see a Corey Carmella show? It doesn't take a whiz to figure out that they're looking out for number one. Genuinely, Ms. and Mrs., I can never watch that show. I've seen like maybe 2 minutes of it, and I want to stab myself in the head with a goddamn ice pick. Nobody asked for this. Nobody wants to see Corey and Carmella in a show. Nobody wants to see a guy that left his wife with their 3 children or whatever after that wife stayed with him when his widow brained hurt too much and he had to retire from not being a not very good wrestler to become a dollar store Bobby Heenan on his best day and on Bobby Heenan's worst day. And a Jesse Ventura that, still had his faculties about him, which pretty much rules out Jesse Ventura after the year 2000. Corey's a mediocre commentator, and now you have a burnt piece of beef jerky from Final Destination 3 on a YouTube show. Good for you both. Good for you. I wish you nothing but the best. So, Edge comes out to a pop. He talks about history of Mania, see Mania 3, being in the crowd for Mania 6, being backstage for Mania 14. He says that he didn't get to appear on Mania until Mania 16. He actually got to have a match at Mania 16. He was part of Mania 15. They're going to overlook that because he was part of helping hang the big boss man after the Hell in a Cell match against Undertaker. Did you forget about that? Congratulations. I reminded you. You're welcome. So yeah, Mania 16, 17, talked about stealing the show constantly. He didn't mention Mania 18, though. The most iconic moment. They are fighting over shampoo. And he talks about what he's got to do. History. He thought Mania 27 would be his last match. It wasn't his last match. God forbid if that Mania had been his last match. He fought and fought and fought and fought. And he main evented WrestleMania again last year. And he wants to make Mania phenomenal. He wants to live forever. He wants his name to live forever. He's just throwing the catchphrases out of AJ Styles, Priest, and all these people. And Who will it be? It'll be AJ Styles. It has Edge versus AJ Styles is something they have to do because they got to try and do something to make up for the fact that Logan fucking Paul and Johnny Knoxville are getting Mania matches, and yet there's a whole bunch of people that they had that were really hard workers that are sitting at home. They're either sitting at home like Mustafa Ali, who wants to leave, or a bunch of other people that had talent that maybe could have been on the card. Nope, let's just release them. And now we have to bring in bullshit celebrities. RK Bro makes their entrance and they go to break. RK Bro versus Rollins and Owens. Rollins. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't care. I've been up for about 20 hours. I don't really give a shit anymore. The pace was good. The crowd was into this match. The crowd was doing the whole Rollins. Rollins. There we go. Could do that. So anyway, Rollins is doing the whole, being into the whole match, doing the theme. Everybody was really happy about it, and the match was good for what it was. Despite the fact Riddle's in there, and Riddle's about as good of a father to his kids as Benoit. Well, I mean, not quite that bad or whatever, but maybe because I think Riddle misunderstood and he ordered a Broflex instead of a Bowflex. Let's move on from that. Stomp on the floor to Orton. Oh no, Orton's out. Randy's snake went flaccid. Flaccid snack. And then we get a buckle bomb, stunner, and a stomp. 1, 2, 3. It's a triple threat in 2 weeks for the tag team championships. 6 men, all human centipede together. You don't want to know who's going to be the ass. Probably Riddle, because he seems like he enjoyed that, and also Riddle's an ass. So yeah, that's really all I got to say about that. Agree, disagree, what I said? Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Rickland. We are going on the road to the most stupendous 2-night WrestleMania in WWE history. Yeah, and I'll see you soon.